hate me.
Oh, they hate
They're out to kill me. Yes.
They hate everybody, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I have all these other calls on hold. So what's going? Let's get to the point.
Well, you know what? We don't have time for the point. I'll say hello to you. Go ahead and get to your calls.
All right. God bless you. We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Call me again. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right. Joe Berwick, how are you, babe?
Oh, I'm doing good, Nikki. Thanks for having me on. But hey, listen, your caller first, two callers ago saying about making this political. I think she's a very sincere and nice lady, but she's definitely on the wrong path there with who's making this political.
And who did it in the first place? I know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When you had Luciano on talking about why things aren't made in this country anymore, right? Mm-hmm. And listen, for the past 30 years, I've seen this firsthand because of, private charity I do with my church and with having worked with incarcerated people for as long as I did. I saw what we call oftentimes the underserved, all right? And the biggest problem, hands down, is the work ethic and the number of people who simply don't have to work in this society. And that's a tremendous problem. And the worst part is, it was done on purpose. It's been by design that it ended up this way. I always said, it's interesting the difference between the old communists and the new communists now here running our country. The old communists at least believed in giving everybody a job. In Soviet Russia, everybody had a job, even if it was a total, bogus job. Everybody had a job. That was their goal. These communists today, the Democratic Party, more or less, they don't even believe in giving people jobs. They just believe in making people dependents.
Very true. Thanks for calling, Joe. You've got a point. Have a great day, honey.
Thank you. You too, Nikki.
Thanks. Let's go to Mike in Bloomsburg. Quick, Ellen, Wayne County is still on hold. Oh, and we're going to get to everybody before we get to the state of downtown Wilkes-Barre coming up at 10.
Nikki, Joe goes on the all-time great call list for what he just said. That was awesome.
How many of the calls that come into my show are on that list? Because I know of 2 so far.
That should be played over and over until it sinks in. Listen, everything is political. The narrative of this Moderna being approved, it's not approved. It's approved with emergency use authorization because we are, quote, in an emergency. As soon as this emergency is declared over, that use authorization goes away. But it's saying it's getting the full approval. That's the narrative. That is not true. So everything is political, and I do not mean anything in respect to the woman that called in, but I do want her to understand everything is political. And the last thing I'm going to say quickly, they had University of Nebraska change their university mascot's symbol, which would be a closed thumb and a pointer finger and the OK symbol. They said it's associated with racism. Well, you can go on the internet and find hundreds of famous black people that are doing the same thing. And it's just a narrative. They're trying to divide us between races, between economic classes, just divide us and conquer. There's a war going on right now. It's a political war. Everything is political. And this country is trying to be taken over. And Joe hit all the great points in his previous call, and I thank him deeply from my heart for saying it.
And I thank you deeply from my heart for calling in today. Got to get to Paula with the news, and then we're going to check up on the state of downtown Wilkes-Barre. Mike, have a great day.